So a friend of mine reached out recently who has been playing a lot of guitar and singer-songwriter stuff ever since COVID hit, and he asked me what would it take to get a recording setup going for him to kind of putz around with. You know, one of the first things on his mind was how much money do I have to spend? And with this just being a hobby to him, he didn't want to drop thousands and thousands of dollars or anything like that. He wanted just something he can record his ideas, play back, fine-tune his skills. He wasn't looking for anything crazy. So that got me thinking, can you build a recording setup on $500? I'll give you a hint. You can, and I'm gonna show you how. To the computer. So you're probably wondering what all is involved in this $500 bundle. Well, I'm gonna have a PC, I'm gonna have a DAW, which is the software used to record. We're gonna have an interface, microphones, or microphone, we'll see what we can find. And then some sort of playback, headphones, or small monitors. All right, things I'm not including in this are, cables and also a computer monitor, because I figure, you probably know someone has an extra computer monitor sitting around. I think I've got like 5 sitting around, so I'm not including that in this build. All right, first stop, Newegg.com. So what I've done for a lot of my builds is I've purchased a refurbished PC tower. Then from there, I can decide if I want to then upgrade the CPU, upgrade the memory, upgrade whatever the heck I want, but I want just like a base that can work for cheap. Newegg.com. Find us a refurbished PC. All right, so I've always had good luck with i7s. They're not very expensive right now, or in general anymore, depending on which one you get. So we'll see if we can find maybe a computer with enough RAM and a hard drive and an OS with an i7. So a couple builds ago for my recording setup was an i7 3770, and it ran perfectly fine. I think I had 16 gigs of RAM. I could have all kinds of plugins going, 50, 60, 70 tracks going at one time. So I'm gonna see if I can find something like that. All right, let's go. Let's just go right to lowest price. I'm not messing around here. All right, what do we got? Ooh, right off the bat, this is actually very similar to what I used to have. 3770, of course 8 gigs, that can probably make you work. We'll double check with the DAW we look at. 500 gigs. In a perfect world, I'd definitely recommend an SSD. This is not an SSD, but this is for a hobbyist who's just looking to have fun with recording. All right, so this is checking all the boxes for what I would recommend for cheap and $139. That's super cheap. All right, so check for the PC, $139. All right, so after the PC, our remaining balance is $361. Now let's find a DAW. Now for the rest of the purchases, I'm gonna go to reverb.com. I absolutely love this site. There's tons of new and used gear on here. If you have not checked it out, I highly recommend it. So myself, I'm a big Cubase fan, so I'm gonna look for Cubase Elements, which I believe is only $100. Download. Let's double check that though. All right, so here we go. Cubase Elements 10.5, brand new, $100. All right, so I recommend that. Multi-tracking. I know a handful of people who actually use Cubase Elements 10.5 and they like it a lot. For what this person is looking for, it is more than enough. So, DAW/software has been picked. Cubase Elements 10.5, we'll call it $100. We'll round a penny to $100. So now our remaining balance is $261. Now let's move on to finding an interface. And basically what an interface is, it's where you can plug your microphones in, get a level, and then that sends it via USB to your computer. I myself am a fan of Focusrite. I've used multiple other products in the past, so that's where I'm gonna start. I'm gonna see if I can find a used Solo. All right, here's one for $77.99. All right, that's with $15 shipping. All right, so here's one for $87.99. All right, that would do my buddy perfectly fine. This would do the trick. There's only one left. You need to act fast. All right, so next up, we're gonna find some microphones. I remember, I think all of my friends for the last 10, 15 years, anybody who got into music, all got the same pack for Christmas, which was the MXL 2 microphone pack. So I'm gonna see if I can find any of those on reverb.com. I'm sure they're going for somewhere around 100, 120 or less, hopefully. So let's see what we can find. And boom, there we go. $80, 19 shipping. If we want to count shipping, we just round up, call it 100. All right, these microphones are actually not that bad. I've recorded with them before on a budget recording, and they actually surprised me with how not horrible they were. So again, if you're just starting out looking to get a recording setup going, I would actually recommend these. All right, so after our PC, our DAW, our interface, and 2 microphones, we are sitting at $73 left over. So with $73 left over, I feel you can go 2 routes with this. 1, you can get some headphones, or 2, you can go a little over budget and buy some monitors. Now the monitors won't be great, but you know, depending on your situation, and actually might be better to have headphones if you're sharing an apartment with people. You know, they're not the best to mix on, you know, you're supposed to have monitors to mix, but you know, you can't get the best monitors for around $100. Or what I would maybe recommend is getting some pretty budget headphones in the $40 range and using that extra $33 to buy cables, maybe a stand, just buy some budget accessories. All right, so see what kind of headphones we can find. All right, headphones, let's just put a price at $49. All right, well, Audio Technicas for $49, close back. All right, so $73 minus $49, that is $24. So $24 to buy some cheap cables if you don't have any, maybe a stand or 2, you know, maybe check your local pawn shops or local music stores, you know, maybe negotiate, get maybe a package bundle. If you tell them, hey, I'm new to this, I just bought a recording setup, they might be cool and throw a couple things in for you, give them a 20 and walk out the door. So there you have it, 500 bucks to get a recording setup going. This is pretty similar to what I started with. I actually worked my first job at a hotel, so I guess able to buy recording equipment. I think my budget was around $600, $700, $800. You know, that's also when, you know, my computer was the majority of that cost. But also this would be a good building point is, you know, if you start doing it and you enjoy it, you can actually build onto it more. You can upgrade the RAM, you can upgrade an SSD in your computer. You've got headphones for, you know, maybe in-room tracking with clicks and things like that, and you can upgrade to monitors. I feel like it's a very good starting point for someone who just wants to get into recording, wants to have fun with it, but doesn't want to spend a ton of money. So let's say you buy a setup similar to this and you start recording and you hate it. The beautiful thing about a lot of music gear is it doesn't depreciate that much in value. So you can turn around and sell those microphones back for around the same price. You can sell your headphones, you can sell your interface, you can sell all that stuff for probably right around the same price you bought it for. The only things you might have a hard time selling would be your computer, unless you know someone who's looking for one, and then your DAW. You're probably stuck with that download for Cubase. Low risk, high reward, 500 bucks. If you're looking to do it, go for it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, inputs, maybe you found better deals, maybe you have an opinion on a different interface, or maybe a better computer option for $500 setup, microphones, headphones, anything you got, monitors, comment below. Thank you for watching, like, subscribe, and until next time, maybe I'll do $1,000, but who knows? I don't know, but anyway, see ya.